Hey kids, welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna be doing another story time.
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, and you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what happens to most people, actually. If you really look at the ones that ended up, being successful, unquote, in the eyes of society, and the ones that didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful loved what they did so they could persevere when it got really tough. And the ones that didn't love it quit because they're sane, right? Who would want to put up with this stuff if you don't love it? So it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of worrying constantly. And if you don't love it, you're going to fail. So you got to love it. You got to have passion.
So I'd like to ask you guys, what did you want to be when you grew up? When you were a small little child, I know you're kids right now, but when you were more kidder, what exactly did you want to be when you were a child? I remember so many of my friends, they wanted to be doctors, lawyers, engineers, astronauts, and not really having a real understanding of the concept. I think for most people, I guess they're influenced by their surroundings. I remember when I was very young, I wanted to be an architect, and simply because I really loved this show, How I Met Your Mother, and my favorite character was Ted Mosby, so that's the reason why I wanted to be an architect. But that was much later in my teenage years. Growing up as a child, I remember only wanting one thing only. I wanted to go to heaven. That's what I wanted to be when I grew up. I just wanted to go to heaven. I can remember being in church and just imagining myself levitating over the crowd and flying to the cross, and I could literally see this in my head because that's all I wanted from life. I just wanted to go to heaven. And thank you mom for such ideas. As I started becoming older, I didn't actually have a vision of what I wanted to do with my life or an actual plan. I've never been a planner. I hate planning. I'm more of those people who do spur of the moment decisions. I don't have a 5-year plan, 10-year plan. When I go to interviews and they ask me, so what is a 5-year plan? I'm usually like I have no idea. Why do they ask these silly questions? Because man plans and God laughs. Yeah, I think that's the quote. So I'm one of those people who lives for the moment. I live for the present. I live for right now, and I make choices for the present and for the short term. So quite recently this year, I graduated with my master's in computer science. Yay. So right now I have 2 degrees, for those of you who thought I'm just a YouTuber. And it was kind of a bittersweet moment. Like, I remember when I finished my degree in USIU, they told me this is the beginning of this is the first day of the rest of your life. So to mean that your life has just started. And I know there are so many people out there who've just finished their degrees, and you're like, so what now? So what goes on now? And at this time in January, I broke my leg. As you guys have watched the vlog, I think I can link it here. I broke my leg. So it happened at like the worst possible moments, because I just finished university and I was trying to look for a job and I guess find something to pay my bills and sustain myself as I am abroad. And it was kind of very, I guess, depressing, because here I am, I'm trying to apply for jobs, I'm trying to go for interviews, but since I cannot walk, so I cannot physically move myself and go and present myself at these interviews. And I had to recuperate for, I think, 3 months. So for 3 months, I was stuck in my house, and all I could do was YouTube, really. So I focused and dove straight into YouTube. I made content week after week after week after week, because really, that's the only thing I could have done. I still had my mind, and I could make use of it. Even if my body wasn't where I wanted it to be, I still had my mind. I spent a lot of time applying for jobs and going to interviews, and when you're in Europe, it's quite hard to find a job. And I started realizing that I wasn't getting anywhere with this. Like, when you've been trying 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, doing the same thing over and over, you start to feel like these people do not see the value in you, or there's really something else. Because I would be pitted against people with the same qualifications I had, and they always just went another way, and they send you these regret letters. We are sorry to inform you that we went with another candidate, or we don't have a place anymore right now, we gave it to someone else, or contact us in the next 6 months. Like, just tell me no. And these explanations, and with most companies, they give you such a general letter, like, so they do not really help you know what more you could have done to get that particular job. So they just send you, regret to inform you, and then blah 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 language, just to, I guess, cover their asses. And during this time, my parents would put so much pressure on me to keep applying for jobs and keep trying, and I just got really tired. I got really tired. I usually call my family once every week, and I used to dread having to call them, because I was so sure that the conversation would always be, so have you found a job? So have you found a job? Look for this, look for this, look for this. And it becomes, you stop actually trying to talk to each other, or just getting to know how the other person is. And it's just, the focus is, have you found a job? Have you found, and I can understand from their perspective. I guess I was a strain on their finances, and I guess they were really worried, and parents worry. And as soon as I started YouTube, I think after a month or two, I completely stopped looking for jobs. I completely stopped looking for jobs because I realized I'd found exactly what I want to do with my life at this moment. And I remember telling myself 2019 is the year I will pursue my creativity and my creative endeavors, and I will do something that I actually want to do and love. And I just told myself, if I'm risking all 2019, if I'll be poor, it's fine. It's fine. I would rather do something that makes me wake up every morning excited and just ready. I would rather have fun at what I'm doing, because so many people hate their lives, and I do not want to be among them. I even gamed this out in my mind. What if I got a job? Let's say in the next 1-2 years, I will be tired of that job, and I'll feel like, I compare getting a job and the kind of field I was doing. I felt like it was just going to a factory and pulling a lever every day. Just going to a factory and pulling a lever every day. And that to me felt like insanity. So I would rather be broke. I would rather piss off everybody, but I would rather follow my own dreams and chase what I want at the moment. And I guess there's this just freedom that there is to it. It's just freeing. For most of my life, right now I'm 27, I've spent almost 20 years, no more than 20 years, I've spent the last 24 years in schools. 24 years in schools, learning and getting this and getting that degree and that degree and that certificate and that certificate, and I'm tired, and I think I'm very well done with school. My dad asked me then, why did you go to university if this is what you wanted to do? And yes, I understand some people think YouTube is not a real job. Some people think it's easy. Some people think we just wake up and just throw things on, shoot and put things on the internet. And I understand how the older generation does not understand this new digital media and the big business that is involved with this. And you guys are wrong. Do not fear something that you don't understand. Ask, we will tell you. And when my dad asked me why did I need to go to university if this is what I would end up doing, I just told him I did not know at the time that this is what I wanted. And life happens in a funny way like this. Like sometimes, I guess life puts you in different situations and you discover opportunities much later in life. And so many people go out through their lives without figuring out their purpose. So many people. And I feel lucky and fortunate that even though I did all this school, spent all this money, at least I've gotten to a point now that I can actually say that I'm really happy with what I'm doing. And that's the goal. Isn't that what life is about? Find something fulfilling and find something that makes you happy. Isn't that the point? Does it matter how you got here, as long as you did? So as much as I have 2 degrees, I am not as passionate about software engineering as I am about creating content and making videos. And at the end of the day, it's what makes you happy. So I want to encourage all of you and anyone in the same situation. Maybe you've graduated, you're looking for a job, or maybe you're just from high school, or at whatever point in life, or maybe you've been working for a certain company for 10 years, 20 years, and you're tired. I just want to encourage everyone, Do what you love. Follow your passion. You only have this one life, and so why spend it hating it? Why spend it hating it? Do not be afraid of what anyone else thinks. Do not be afraid of people telling you it won't work, it won't fail. I committed myself to this for the last 4 months, and look at how I've grown. Today we are 10K. Today we are 10K, and I am so excited and happy about it. Like, yay, 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 us, yay. I love this channel. I love you guys. I love how you support me, and I love creating this content for you. And it's been a journey. It's been hard, and I think it will be even more harder in the coming months, but I am ready, and I hold on to the fact that I love this, and it's taken me such a long time to get here. Such a fucking long time. So my life right now, at the moment, I just want to tell stories about people, and I want to follow my own true, authentic story. And that's all I want. Whether I succeed at it or not, at least I chose this and I'm happy about it. I remember in my first semester in my graduate program here in Italy, I remember in one of my classes, the professor asked everyone in the class to state what are their ambitions for the future and what do they hope to be later. And I remember everyone going around the class talking about their dreams and hopes. And when it was my turn, I remember just standing up proudly and saying, I want to be president one day. I want to be president.